Oh, Rinna. Sis, they gonna drag you at this reunion. Drag! Get ready. So this episode opens up with Lisa Rinna arriving to Mexico, and as soon as she arrives, it's like really awkward. Kyle doesn't know what to say because she just received this information from Vanderpump about Rinna, so she's just like really uncomfortable. It's hard because she's like an uncomfortable host. She invited Rinna, but then she found out that Rinna is talking crap about her and her sister, and then Rinna shows up and she's just like, I don't know, because normally, I would be happy if she arrived, but now I'm just like, I'm going to have to deal with this mess at some point, and I don't want to. So I felt really bad for Kyle because it's such an awkward position to be in, and I kind of, I guess because I have a heart, felt bad for Lisa because it's like you're walking into a situation where you're not really liked right now, and you have no idea what's going on. So she's like really happy to see everybody, and a few people are not happy to see her. So that's just, that's such a weird place to be in. This is why I don't gossip about people. Take notes, Rinna. So Kyle is helping Mauricio set up for his launch of the agency in his hometown. And can I just say that Mauricio is getting browner and browner by the minute. Let me tell you something. That Mexican sun is doing him justice. I was like, yes, Mauricio. And I think I talked about this in my other video. But he has like Mauricio has the George Clooney effect. Like, George Clooney was okay back in the day. Like, Mauricio was okay back in the day. But he's like the type of guy who age just looks really well on him. Like, he's the type of dude that you prefer older than younger. Because they were showing the throwback pics. And I was like, okay. It's not the Mauricio we know today. But, that back in the day Mauricio, no bueno. But the Mauricio today, yes. With that salt and pepper hair and that brown skin, I've been on this woman's husband too long. Moving on. And Kyle did not waste any time informing the world that her husband was Mexican. I'm drinking tequila. You know why? Because my husband is Mexican. I like to dance salsa. You know why? Because my husband is Mexican. Girl, we get it. And we're jealous. Read this entire episode. Girl, she was shocked at just about everything. Rinna is really happy that her daughter walked in like Tommy Hilfiger's New York Fashion Week or whatever. She walked the runway for Tommy Hilfiger, and it was Gigi's collection. And not taking that away from her, Rinna is really excited about that, and that's great. However, I said this before, I'm tuning in for the mothers. I'm not tuning in for the teenagers. Unless they're toddlers or babies like in the womb, that's the only storyline I'm interested in if it's not the housewives. I'm not interested in husbands, and I'm not interested in the teenagers and the adult kids. I don't care. I'll watch if they're young, but older than that, I'm done. I'm done because they're draining. They're draining and they're bratty, and it's just no. And I also feel like because Yolanda was able to pimp Gigi to like the world through Bravo and, basically make her into the model that she is today. I think that Rinna is trying to take, the same road where it's just like, let me make my daughter an overnight sensation. No, sweetie, it's not happening. We, the viewers, already know how y'all got us before. Y'all won't get us again. Y'all got 2 supermodels out of us. Y'all won't get another. We are not helping another kid get instant model fame out of nowhere that they don't deserve. No shade, I'm just telling the truth. The qualifications to being a model, even a supermodel today, are you have to have rich parents and be white. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. No longer are we getting the Christy Turlingtons or the Naomi Campbells or the Cindy Crawfords or the Linda Evangelistas. No more are we getting them chicks who've been working them runways and posing to the gods in their rooms preparing for their big shot. No longer. All you gotta do is be on a reality TV show, have a couple of 100,000 Instagram followers and just have a rich, wealthy parent, and then the next thing you know, you're a supermodel. It is a disgrace to the art. Now we're at Kyle and Mauricio's event for the agency. Erica Jane pulls Rinna aside and says, you know what? There's some stuff going on. You need to talk to Kyle. And Lisa Rinna's like, what's going on? What's going on? She's just like, you just need to talk to Kyle. And typical lying Lisa is just like, what? I don't know why she would be upset. It's like, Lisa, girl, you are so messy. But then Rinna pulls Kyle aside and she's just like, what's going on? Erica said I need to talk to you. What's the problem? So Kyle repeats back to Lisa everything that Lisa told Eden, which was word for word, because them shady Bravo editors rolled that clip back and it was word for word. Kyle didn't even miss one word. Erica Jane talked about how this is this group is like full of telephone, but this was not no telephone, sweetie, because what Lisa Rinna said to Eden about Kyle and Kim was exactly the same words that got back to Kyle, and she gave it back to Rinna, and then Rinna pulls this like, I don't remember. Oh, Rinna, I like you, but oh, you are a gossiping liar, because you did the same thing last season with Yolanda and the Moonchilds, acting like you didn't know what was going on. She did the same thing. She's just like, I don't remember. I don't remember. Lisa, you remember. And I can't even say that she didn't want it to get back to Kyle, because you said those things about Kyle on national TV with the cameras in front of you. So I don't know how she's acting all crazy and shocked now that like the cameras wouldn't pick that up. Like, you said it with a camera right here, and they even got close up. So girl, why are you acting crazy? Own it. Then Rinna gets messy. Then she lies even more and says, no, it wasn't me that said it. That was Eden. And then she changes it from, oh, it wasn't Eden that said it. I think that Eden is projecting on me. Then she like tries to turn the group against Eden. And it's just like, no, that is Eden. She said this about you. She said this about Kim. Now, Rinna can remember everything that Eden said about Kyle and everybody else in the group, but she can't remember that she said that Kim was close to death. Girl, you should have known when you said something like that it was going to come back on you, sweetie, because you went way low with saying that thing about Kim. Whether you believed it or not, some things just should not be said, and that was one of them. And although Eden is not the favorite, to throw her under the bus like that and to lie on her, oh, Rinna, I still like you and Harry, but I don't like what you're doing. This lying has got to stop. It is horrible what you're doing to your friends. However, it's good TV, because this was a juicy little episode. Vanderpump joins in, and you know, I do not for one second think that she is there to protect her friend Kyle. I think that Vanderpump still has an issue with Rinna and Eileen for basically not kowtowing. I'm trying to use these words that I feel like I done heard somewhere. I don't know where I heard kowtowing. What does that even mean? Anyway, Vanderpump is upset with the both of them because they just didn't bow down to her like everybody else does, especially the new girls that come on this show. Because this is like, I'm about to say Bravo Pump. My reviews are just meshing. I'm doing them all today, so it's just like, you might hear a Real Housewives of Atlanta or a Black Ink Crew reference in this video at some point, just so you know. I'm getting over the flu, so this is the first full day that I have some sort of energy, so I'm like trying to catch up on everything. So forgive me if this meshes with previous reviews. Anyway, she just has an issue with them because they have not bowed down to her, because basically the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is her show. It's her show. Like every housewife show has that like queen, like that head queen in charge, that head be in charge. And for Beverly Hills, it's Vanderpump. For Atlanta, it's Nene. Even though she's not on this season, I'm telling you, it's still Nene. Still Nene. For Orange County, it is Vicky, our girl Vicky Gunvalson. New York, Teresa Giudice. Is there another? No, New Jersey, Teresa Giudice. New York, Bethany. So I don't watch them other ones. So I watch the relevant ones. So those are like the queens. And so basically this is her show. This is her show. So she has a problem when new people come on and they don't fall in line like Kyle. So, oh my goodness, fall in line. Lisa Vanderpump is the Katie. The Katie of this franchise. Anyway, so I just feel like she was going in really hard on Rinna, but I don't think that it had anything to do with Kyle. I think it's because she has a problem with her, and she was using this opportunity to go hard on Lisa. Like she was just going after her, and it had absolutely, in my opinion, nothing to do with Kyle or to do with Kim, but the fact that Vanderpump got an issue with her, and anytime she finds an open wound, she is going to dig in it on Lisa because she don't like her, and she's going to make sure that Lisa realizes who she is. And if Lisa don't fall in line, let me tell you something, Vanderpump going to tear her down at every moment. Even when they're cool, she's still going to tear her down because you don't come for Vanderpump. Not on her show. Poor Eileen. She is going hard for her friend. She is really trying to stick up for Rinna. She is just putting out every fire and just really trying her best to just side with her. But Eileen, I have to tell you some hard truth here. Your friend is a bold-faced liar. And Rinna gonna keep on getting you involved in mess unless you just stay out of it. Let her problems be her problems. But Rinna has a big mouth. She likes to gossip, but she does not have the cojones. You know what? I hate saying that because I feel like we say that because it should be strength. But I'm going to say Rinna has ovaries, but she doesn't have those strong ovaries to deal with the mess that she puts out. Like, I would respect Rinna if she was just like, yeah, I said it. I was upset. You know what I mean? Like, there's a way to get ahead of your mess. You know what I mean? If you're going to be messy, girl, then you got to have a strong backbone because you cannot be out there saying all these lies about people and then, or gossiping about people, and then it gets back to you and you're confused or you don't remember or you try to throw other people under the bus. Own it, girl. We'll respect it, even if it's messy. This whole show is messy. The whole franchise is messy. The entire Bravo channel is messy. We know what we're tuning in for. But own your mess. Don't get on a messy show and have your messy ways and then act crazy when it comes back to you. And Rinna starts to cry. Isn't that just like a liar? Isn't that just like a liar? Whenever they are caught and they can't lie their way out of it, they play victim. So she starts to cry. She walks away, knowing good and well that somebody is going to see her out there crying by herself because there's a camera crew following them. So she walks out of the party. She starts to cry. I want to go home. I want to go home. Your lives have been too easy. If you allow something like this to break you down and you're a grown woman, no, you are deflecting because you're a pathological liar. You are the Minnie. If you watch Little Woman Atlanta, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You are the Minnie of this franchise. You're the Katie. You're the Minnie. You're messy. You're messy. But you have to own your mess. You can't sit up here and cry and like try to play victim and like think that people are going to care. Eileen doesn't really know what's up, so she's going to defend you. But you're wrong, Rinna. You are so wrong. And then to pull focus from Mauricio's event, trying to like garner attention and sadness for you, please. But what I liked about this is that Kyle did not go out there and follow her. Of course, Vanderpump wasn't. But Kyle was just like, oh, she's out there crying. Because no, you're wrong. I like Kyle standing strong. It's just like, I'm not going to play into that. What you did was wrong. If you did or did not do it, own up to it. But for Lisa Rinna to do the whole, I didn't say that. And then it morphs into, oh, I don't remember. And then when she's caught, it's let me cry because I feel bad because these girls are confronting me about my lies and now I feel horrible. Girl, stop. And did you see her cry? Oh my goodness, the women on this show, it's New York. I don't think Jersey. I know they get work done in Jersey, but I don't know if they mess with their face as much. But New York, Orange County, and Beverly Hills, man, those women mess with their face so much that it's just like they can't even cry properly. Because Rinna was doing all this crying, and it was like she could not emote properly because of all the Botox and work. So it was just like, they're being mean to me. It was so scary. Eileen starts to feel sick, and she decides that she wants to leave. And then Rinna acts like she's leaving as well to go care for her friend. No, you're trying to get out of Dodge because you was caught in the line. So they decide to leave, and they let the girls know that they're leaving. And Eileen says, I don't feel well. I got to go. And then Rinna's like, I'm going to go with her. And then she starts to look at Kyle. She starts to like let a little tear fall. And Kyle is just sitting there strong faced. And I was so proud of her because she was not allowing Lisa the liar to affect her emotions because Lisa was wrong. And I just really feel strongly about people who do that because it's manipulative. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to manipulate Kyle, who you said some horrible things about, instead of just owning up to it and apologizing and letting whatever has to happen for you guys to heal happen. Now you're just lying and you're going and you're doing these things to make her feel bad for you. So you're going through these emotions that are going to be, you're basically coasting over these emotions that are going to be brought up and they're going to be really raw at their reunion. again, sucks for you, but it's going to be great ratings for this show because I'm telling you, I know Bravo. I know they're going to give Kim Richards a seat. And I'm telling you, when she sit in that seat, she's going to sit down, look directly across the room because they are not going to let you sit together. But she's going to look directly across the room to you from couch to couch. And she is going to read you like the book of Revelations. Get ready. Get ready, because you apologize for every and anything, and you should. Erica Jane goes to Rinna's room, and she tries to convince Rinna to come clean, because I feel like Erica Jane knows Rinna not that well, but she knows her enough to know that she's a liar. So she tries to convince her, because she's just like, just say it now so it can just be done with. You know what I mean? She's trying to save her from the fallout that's happening, and Rinna is doing the I don't remember. And if I did say something like that, I would not have said it with that intent. That's what I hate. If I did say that, girl, you know you said it. Just own up to it. Why lie on camera? Anyway, it doesn't work. Erica Jane leaves, and then Rinna calls Harry. And again, Harry's going to ride for his wife. And also, this conversation is so one-sided. He does not know the truth. So she's telling Harry about the situation, and that's his wife. He's going to ride for her, and he does. But then Harry starts to say things about Kim and Kyle, and I'm just like, hold on, Harry. Full stop. Zip it. Your wife is lying to you. She's feeding you false information, and you are making comments about two people, false comments, because you don't know the truth. And it was just, I didn't like her bringing Harry into that with her lies, because he is making comments about something he doesn't really know, and it's like negative comments. I didn't like what he said about Kim or Kyle. I don't know how much of the situation he knows, but if his wife is Lisa, he doesn't know the truth, and that bothered me that she would like bring him in on that, especially with it being Harry, whom we all love. Don't mess up his career with your lies, sweetie. You better take notes from Kyle. She don't mess up her man's money. Now we're back in LA with Eden, who is getting her home prepared because her mother is about to come over and visit with her. Was I the only one who was shocked by this? I was just like, oh, your mother, the lady who, but you said that y'all talk? If they'd still talk, I don't think they're going to be talking today, because I mean, has your mother like watched the season? Where are you guys at now? Because you have said something, you have spilled your tea, especially the tea about your mother. So I'm just like, wait a minute. Are y'all still cool? Is my question. She then starts to tell her mom about the problems that she's having with the other girls, and she starts talking about Kim. And not even like she starts saying things about her, and like right off the bat, her mom says, "Oh, Kim Richards." So, okay, right? I was watching this and I was like, wait a minute. So Kim and Eden really do know each other. So, okay. Let's break down Eden for a moment, because I feel like she came on this show, and right off the bat, because she's very kooky, the viewers have been like, I don't know, like we've kind of been a bit standoffish. So I see some things on Twitter, and I felt like a lot of people were agreeing with like how I was feeling about her as well. It was just like, okay, let's get Eden off the show. But now that she made this comment, I was just like, okay, so Eden is not as crazy as we make her seem. Because for me, I was just like, she is acting really weird with Kim, like trying to get in her business, and they don't really know each other. Now, for her mother to bring up Kim Richards, her name so flawlessly, you know, like right off, and all she did was describe her. She didn't even like, I felt like it wasn't enough of a description for you to pull a first and a last name. So that let me know that they don't know of each other. They know each other. And they know each other in a dark light, because her mother was talking about, you know, the drugs and the drinking they was doing at the house. Basically, Eden's childhood home was the local crack house, you know, for all the celebrities in Los Angeles and the neighboring counties. Because I was just like, man, y'all was doing drugs with some A-listers. Anyway, so when her mom said that, I'm just like, okay, I see what's going on here. Kim and that whole Sassoon family, they have a relationship. The problem is, Eden Sassoon is a reminder of a very dark time in her life, and a time probably that she's still, you know, trying to get away from and escape. Or I think that maybe seeing Eden or being around Eden is triggering for Kim. So that is why she gives off the reaction. So I think it's better for her to block out Eden and to stay away from Eden. And that That keeps her sober and sane. But I feel like what's happening with Eden is that she's just like, wait, I know you. So stop acting like you don't have a relationship with me or that we don't really know each other when we know each other in that way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when you, I don't know this for sure, but I just feel like when you like share a crack house, you know, that's like really intimate. You guys are like doing drugs together. That has to be like some kind of bonding, if it's negative or not, but it's still like, you know, a person in that way, especially if they were so open enough to just, you know, do some drugs in front of you, you know? So Eden is not as weird as we thought. She's weird. And I'm not saying that that's wrong, but, you know, she's, you know, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but she's not as cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs as the richest girls try to make us believe. Eden ain't as crazy. She knows them, but they don't want to know Eden because of what Eden knows about them, because I feel like, and I might be right here, Eden knows a whole lot more and she's holding back because I don't think she's a messy person. I feel like if Rinna knew that information, Lord, this season would be Atlanta, okay? But I feel like Eden knows a lot more, but I don't think she's that type of person to drop it. So maybe that's why they don't want to spend. Because if you notice, Kim and Kai are really different with Eden. And Eden's reaction to me was always bothersome, but I was just like, oh, she knows them. But they don't want, you know, they trying to act like they don't know her. You know, when certain people glow up from a situation or, you know, and in my people's terms, when you like lead the hood, you know what I mean? And then you're like living your, you know, La Vida Loca suburban life and you make cross paths with somebody who you grew up with in the hood and you try to act like you don't know them. And that person's like, wait a minute, I know you. You know what I mean? We shared the same roach infested projects together. So don't act brand new. So that's what it is, guys. Eden isn't crazy. She just knows too much about that family and they don't want to be bothered with her. Spill the tea, Eden, so you can keep that diamond for next season. After all this discussion, Eden's mother just basically tells her to mind her business. And that was it. She was just like, you know, just stay out of it. Mind your business, basically. And I think that was some good advice. But I hope that Eden works it out with her mom. Because I just feel like what she said on this show, because in this scene, she was talking about how they were mending and how they were in a better place. But I feel like she said some things this season that might put that wrench back in between them. So I hope they're still in a good place. But, you know, for your mother to have been an alcoholic, she looks great. Back in Mexico, Vanderpump and Ken, I was going to say Gigi, the dog. Lord, Ken and Gigi just... they mesh sometimes for me. I can't tell who's who. Anyway, they get ready to leave because they're going to go to Washington to say something in front of the Senate or Parliament, whatever, about the Yulin Chinese Festival. Basically, Lisa is going to Washington because she wants to put her face all up in China's business like a good old European. Lisa and Ken leave. The rest of the gang go and they go hang on a yacht. And they seem to be having a really good time, just chilling, getting to know each other. And then Eileen and Rinna go to Tan, and PK has a problem with that. He says that they're separating themselves from the group. And I realize why I have such an issue with PK. He is the Peter Thomas of this franchise. Not this franchise, of this show. He's so annoying. He just wants to be a housewife so bad. No, husbands of the wives, this is not your moment. This is not your show. We are not tuning in for you. They tried to do a show like that before about the husbands of wives and just to see their lives, you know, of like celebrity or rich wives. It didn't work because we are not interested in that. We are tuning in for the housewives. PK, shut up. Mind your business. Stop gossiping with your wife. Doree, how was this attractive? But you know what? Let me tell you something. Forget it. You ain't marry him for that anyway. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil. But PK, it's so unattractive and you're so annoying. Just be a husband. Pay for stuff and shut up. Don't take confessionals. Get out of the business. Just, you know what? You never see Mauricio getting anything. You just see him there. You see the women talking and he's like, and if Kyle brings anything to him, he's like, oh, really, babe? That's the most that he's ever done. Like, up until season what? 7, I didn't know what Mauricio sounded like because he was playing his role as the husband. He shut up. He did not get involved in the mess. That is your role, PK. Shut up. Stop getting involved in the mess. Let the women fight it out. That's why we're here. We ain't here for you. You're not Dorit and you're not Boy George. That's probably your problem. You want to be a star, so you decided that you wanted to manage one or put your wife on this show. She probably didn't even want to be on it. It was probably your idea. Beverly Hills fame whores. Oh, they are worse than the broke ones. Then out of nowhere, we get this weird strip tease from Lisa Rinna to the music of Erica Jane. Like, she's basically supposed to be doing like Erica Jane's video. It was so weird, and I'm just like, what's going on with the editors? Like, Bravo, what happened? Did we lose like some sections of the story? Did we lose footage and was just like, we just have to do something to make this show an hour? Like, what happened? Like, Lisa Rinna was like opening her legs in like front of the husband, straddling a table, doing these weird, sexy face. It was so uncomfortable. We didn't need it. Y'all could have just dragged out another scene. But this was odd. It was oddly placed. It was weird. It wasn't really explained. And then at the end of her little sexy dance or whatever, she goes, and everybody's clapping for her. And I'm just like, really? I hate when people do that, when they do something that is like not their personality or not what they want people to think that they're like. They're just like, oh my goodness. Skies. Girl, that's you. You probably do that for Harry. That's why you still got him. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Don't be afraid of it, but keep that to yourself, because I don't know how we got here, but I'm glad that it's over, because that was, woo, triggering. See you next week, guys. Bye.